Grand Rising family, welcome back. This is Shay Seeking, and it's Not Your Mama's Bible Study, along with a little bit of His Stories Lies. Sorry about the interruption. I don't know what happened. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right back into it. So again, a stranger, a foreigner. Again, God put them here for rain. Adjective from alias. Okay. Another, other, different, beyond, meaning residing. So again, it's funny how the Bible takes us to a place where we're all the same. God loves us all. But again, you were never supposed to be included in the love of certain God heads or figures. And the sooner we come to that conclusion and see why things seem to work differently for you than everybody else that comes to this land, even no offense against these people, because some of these people are tied to our bloodlines. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but it is true. In order for someone to be indigenous, they would have to have sprung from the land, meaning they have blood and ties with the land. And again, at some point in time, you'll have to figure out that two large groups of people, if they put their minds together, the original or so-called Aboriginal and the indigenous people, which are subgroups or races from those people that you can probably only find those people particularly in that land. It is said that some of the American Indian peoples, you can only find that group of people in America because, again, they were created by the ancient gods and goddesses of the Americas in another group. Again, that is, they connect this to the Siberian people that came over, from the Bering Strait. But again, who knows? Okay. So let's see. So again, whenever I'm saying this, family, I don't discriminate in that manner because I know that so-called everyday white people don't have no power over me. They have been misled and deceived just like we have. Okay, that don't mean that anyone have to say or state anything other than that. I'm just saying that we all here now, and nobody deserves to be misled or mass manipulated. No group of people. And it has nothing to do with race. It has to do with truth. Because again, the true owners at the top don't see race. They have formed racism in order to keep you from joining together and overthrowing them from that tiny percentage that they are at the top of the pyramid. And bottom line, that's all I need to really say, and you should already just see what I'm saying. Okay? So, meaning residing in a country not of one's birth. Okay? And I think I was talking about something about birthing. How the ships pull up to the dock. Okay? And they birth. Okay? Same thing when you pull up to the doctor and give birth. Okay? And then keep on going with that. And you could probably look at something that Jordan Maxwell says about maritime law as well. Because again, I listened to a little bit of his stuff and it makes sense. When it makes sense, then I do my own research and it makes even more sense. Common sense, along with using all the other tools that I've learned and information as well. Okay? So residing in a country not of one's birth is from mid 15th century. Again, are we in the fifth day? Sense of wholly different in nature. Wholly different in nature is from 1670 meaning not of this earth. First recorded in 1920. Now, it's funny that I was looking up this term, or I can't remember if I looked up this term and then looked up not of this earth and came to a movie that was made, I think, in 1957. And then they remade it a whole bunch of times, but I think it's called Not of This Earth. And I kind of fell asleep watching it, woke up, it's the middle of the night. It's okay, it's about 1:50. So again, I woke up and after watching a little bit of that movie, and now I'm doing this video. But anyways, I'm tired. That's narcolepsy for you. Sorry. I'm tired and I'm going to go back to bed right after this one. Okay? So again, wholly different in nature. Okay? So again, in nature, that can be meaning in your mentality. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to mean in color. Okay? So it's from 1670, meaning not of this earth. Again, the earth is equivalent to original people. You are the earth. If there was something to grasp onto spiritually, that can remind you of your nationality, of who you are, they try to name Africa Mother Earth for you, but my mama is right here, and I'm standing on her ground, and I can't be moved. I cannot. I've been connected to this soil in a spiritual way for a very long time. Ever since I was a kid, that Africa shit was just foreign to me. Okay? So in order to be telling me that, you got to tell me that my grandparents is lying. Okay? So first recorded in 1920, the alien priory, 15th century, is one, sorry, sound like I'm dying over here, is one, oh, what the hell was that? Hold on. Okay. So one owing obedience to a mother, Abby. And see, this is what I'm saying. Okay. So I want to look more into this term, Mother Abby. Because Abby has been the Abbey, whatever, over in England. This stuff has been coming up a lot and is making me think that I need to delve into it. Westminster Abbey and all this other shit. So, in a foreign country. Okay. Okay. It's owing obedience. So honor thy mother and father. You understand what I'm saying? Honor thy mother and father. In a foreign country. And this is, again, why we need to know this, because the whole shit you thinking we talking about a wedding in this scripture is not. The only wedding, or even if you look up the term wed, it's about the joining of. Okay? So again, when it says that a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave onto his wife, that is talking about his motherland. It's not talking about no damn semen attaching on to in conception. Okay? If any semen is talking about is the semen, get it? That were sent here, okay, in order to birth, okay, on this land, a nation. Okay? And they doctored up all this shit to go along with it. So what I'm telling you, okay, is the wedding or the bride, okay, or the woman, see, the woman, which can be used to describe men or women, or I don't know, both, okay, is the group of people that they have, even when we're talking about a daughter or daughter or dowry, right? Again, dowry. When certain people inherit in plantations, they in they either brought over or sent over certain slaves to go along with this. Chattel, cattle, fruit, okay, bread, okay, meat, okay. So anyhow, let's keep on going. Yeah, in a foreign country. Okay, so alien, foreigner, citizen, a citizen of a foreign land. They have a dual citizenship. That's why you seen all them people like Ludacris going back over to Africa talking about he got dual citizenship. Motherfucker, that's because that's where you from. This is why you see people like Oprah that live right in the heart of the ghetto. Well, it's not in the ghetto, but one of the harshest cities for so-called black folk in America. Go over to Africa and build schools there. Okay? Left Chicago, right? And went to Africa to build her schools there. And not, I don't know of a school. I mean, if y'all, maybe y'all can go ahead and open my eyes up to a school that Oprah have for so-called black kids in America. Okay? So again, they don't have to do nothing for you, but you owe, if your parents are the people that support you, okay, that have supported you, and they're in your face saying they love you, you would expect for them to, see, do some works that shows this. They don't have to feed you. They can put you out. They could have aborted you. They could checked out and been on drugs, and nothing against anyone who has, but I'm just saying, your parents don't even have to take care of you, but a child would expect something like this. Just like if I'm supporting you and we are your high supporter, why would you start making music and be okay with making music no matter who paying you how much to defile mentally, okay, the people or the image of their women? Why would you do that? Again, mostly these people are foreign. Why would you look like me and come here and then talk down to me in my land when you had to leave yours in order to come here and get some type of education or a job? See, but we don't notice that everyone that's able to come into here are living creatures of God. It's his creations or his brothers. Again, we forget that there were dark-skinned people on them ships with the overseers and the slave masters, with the voyagers. I'm sorry, when they came over here. Okay, so let's see. Science fiction sense being from another planet or another plane. Okay. So again, let's hurry up and finish this up because I'm getting distracted. I'm tired. Okay, alien noun. This is off of the definitions from WordNet. A person who comes from a foreign country, someone who does not owe allegiance to your country. So again, what is this? Are these men of lawlessness? Okay. Again, but now they have turned you into the foreigners. Okay. And you don't owe any allegiance to your land because you've been tricked into thinking that way and yearning for Africa, which is these people's mother. Anyone who does not belong in the environment in which they are found. Again, who are the strangers? Who are the aliens? Who's giving you a false perception or notion as to what the fuck an alien is? And I'm showing you to show you that the large scale of deception that has come against who? Mainly everybody in the world, but more than anyone else group of people, it is the American Aborigine. They couldn't even let you keep your language. Not one hobby. You dig what I'm saying? Not one portion of land, not a original fruit, possibly, that you would be able to freely go pick or do or consume. Not one thing. They let you keep nothing. They didn't have to do that to the folks in Africa, did they? See, they didn't have to do that to them. Why? I'm just asking the question, okay? So, a form of life assumed to exist outside the earth or its atmosphere. Let's get that one again. A form of life assumed to exist outside the earth or its atmosphere. Atmosphere would be a good one to look up. But they're saying that it's assumed to exist outside the earth. So, is that the case? Okay. So, not contained in or deriving from the essential nature of something. Not contained in or derived from the essential nature of something. See, again, one thing we see with that other continent, again, they say 7, I see 2. Okay, so when you look at Africa and those other places over there, you'll notice the mentality, okay, that is given the puppets that are placed in front of us to degrade women. Again, this is the only group of people you can find this level of disrespect of women, their own women, in it. The only group that has been fed music that will urge one to kill his brother is the American Aborigine. On a large scale here is what I'm talking about. Why is that? Again, they know who you are. You don't know who you are. And this is why they're able to keep pulling these things on you. You better wake up. You better wake up. And notice that those are patriarchal societies, where America was said to be a matriarchal society. And this is why it's even just making me think of Sekhmet right now, okay? Being the so-called goddess, or I'll say empress, that she was. Because again, the American Aboriginal woman is the one that will take us out of this, along with her men. It will happen in this manner. We are the only ones that truly spiritually originally have that power in the belly, in the mind, in being as strong as we are. They don't understand you because you are not like any other women in the world, and you are not supposed to be in this position mentally or physically of uh, uh, with this hand that we've been dealt. See, and this is why they focus on tearing you down the most. Even the other women that are foreign women of color that come here look down on you. Why? And again, they know who you are, you don't. So, hey, I would be looking like, oh, that's a damn shame you brought them down to that. But again, women had power here. That's not make mention of nowhere else, really. Really, it's not. In any of those, we won't go that way because that's a little bit more deep for those that are just now tuning in. But we have that warrior mode that a lot of other groups of women don't have. They're still being put down by men underfoot. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Over here, we don't have it. That's why they look at us like they do. That's why they look at us like they do. See? There ain't no other woman like the Aboriginal woman. Not on this earth. Not on this earth. Mm-mm. This is why we're not used to being told what to do. This is why we do feel more feel it's necessary to lead sometimes, or walk with, or you're going to give me the same as. Spiritually, we have that spirit in our bellies, and it's never going to change. And that's why they label you angry and all these other things. All of this shit that's going on around you is beneath you. Always has, always will be. You're just playing a part right now. But it's time to wake up. It's time to step out. It's time to tune in, tap in, whatever the hell you gotta do. And it's time for sisterhood, in a sense, to come back to us. Because together, this is why they keep us fighting over men, fighting over who looked best, who got this, who did that. Because when we unite, it's a fucking wrap for the world. It's a wrap. Ain't gonna be anything as glorious as it will be when we unite. Again, they didn't have to do this in Africa. Again, it's something that I admire about those people. So again, when I'm separating us, I'm just showing the things that are different. I'm not saying that anyone's life, you know what I'm saying, is not important. What I'm just doing is breaking down the lumping together that they've done. Okay? And showing the differences and the similarities. That's it. Don't mean that they don't have beautiful women over there. I respect their culture. I wish that we could go back to something that was more natural and tribal in a sense. Okay? But at the same time, what people don't understand is we didn't ever really live like that. When they show you ancient Egypt and how things were glamorous and glorified, that's what we're used to. And if we can't have that, again, it does drive you in a sense of something. I can't even put my fingers on it. I can't put my finger on it right now, but it dims your light in a sense. It takes something away. It kills a part of the soul. Because again, out of all the other groups, you were the one that had people at your feet. So again, that is still built into you as an Aborigine, American Aborigine. This is why all those people chose to go against us and hide who we were. This is why they chose to go against us. Even the ones that look something like you chose to go against you in the end. You see? So, let's see. Being or from, wait, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Being or from or characteristics of another place. or part of the world. Again, these people came from another place, and that's just it. And this is why you see a lot of places, since so many people want to come here and tell us what we need to do. I don't understand why people can't get it together and what they need to do in their own lands when they have people that look like them, are them, speak the same language as them. So it's more of a chance that they are your people. Okay? So they speak the same language as you, grew up in the same neighborhood as you, and still haven't done anything for you. Now, I'm not saying this is how it is in that continent with all of their countries, but I'm saying they weren't even colonized or something close to that, or attempted to be, until the 1800s. If Africa was so rich, why the hell they wait until the 1800s to go over there? No, they was in the old world, or in America, in 1607. Actually colonized now. I know that they had already started to come over, around, supposedly around 1492, but nothing was colonized until 1607. Okay? Again, so alien, a verb, transfer property or ownership. Again, they have taken your standing and given you a foreign misnomer to claim. They have taken, like we see in the Webster's Dictionary, 1828, the term American was applied to the Aboriginal or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but the term is now, given to the descendants of, or the children of, the Europeans. So they took your title and have given it to their children. And then they put enmity, meaning a divide between their children and your children. And then again, when we're talking about he let the waters, let's see if I have it up here still. Let's see. On the third day, okay, and God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together onto one place. So let all of those who are under, just regular, everyday so-called white folk, okay, be gathered together onto one place. So even when we look at reservations, okay, or colonies, okay, things like this, they were all gathered in one place. And let the dry land appear, and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, okay? That is the people that did not mix, okay? And the gathering together of the waters, or seas in some Bibles it says, called he, called he seas. Now, I don't know why they chose to use these terms, called he sees. But hey, that's what this says. Called he sees. Okay, I know what they're trying to say, but I'm just saying. Okay, and God saw that it was good. Okay, and God saw that it was good. So when we're talking about let the waters above and the waters below, there are waters that are above and there are waters that are below. I'm thinking we're talking about waters that are in high places, and then you have your waters that are, you have your waters that are below. But at one point in time, I do think that there were Slavic or so-called white slaves that were below, that were dead also by law. But at some point in time, they were freed, along with possibly some of the darker entities or foreign children that were brought to this land. So again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And Don't forget to join us on the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained or the YouTube channel American Aborigines Unchained for more information like this from me and others. Thanks a lot. And before I drop this phone on my face, take care.